Welcome back to Tailosive Tech. It's Refried Friday once again. No, I don't roast every single person, but I like you guys to feel like you're being listened to. I do read the comments, I do care about your feedback, although I disagree with a lot of it, so here's proof of that. First comment. Tremont says, you are 19 years old, you look 25. Thank you. I get that a lot, it's mostly the beard. A lot of you guys subscribed recently, but if you guys remember what I looked like without the beard, looked much, much younger. But this channel is rising up in the world, and I'm really excited about that, so I kind of want people to think I'm older. I think it helps with the image. It says its ultimate doom won't be its design, it'll be that Apple Watch 3 right around the corner. That's a really good point about the Fitbit Ionic. The fact that they wanted to release this so close to the Apple Watch Series 3 is probably the biggest mistake of its release. If they would have released this 3 months ago, which I'm sure they couldn't just because it took a long time to make, they may have had something because the new Apple Watch wasn't coming out for a while, but now it's not looking good for them. Mohammed says, did MKBHD just leak that you have an interview with him later today? He did actually, and by the time you're watching this, hopefully that interview has happened, but at the current time I am filming this, it has not happened yet. But if you saw his latest video about the Essential Foam, there was a single moment where he swiped to the side and on his calendar, it said Tailosive Tech interview, and that just kind of made my heart skip a beat, made me really, really excited. I've got all my questions lined out for him today, and like I said, by the time you're seeing this, it's probably already happened, unless something went wrong. Link2950 says, you look like Run from Harry Potter. I look like a verb. I look like every person who ran in Harry Potter. No one's ever called me Ron from Harry Potter before. That's never happened. Oh wait, it's happened 8 times a day every single day of my life. It's literally the first thing my girlfriend said to me before we started dating. So by that logic, I think when people say that to me, it's a good thing because my relationship with her has been really well. This is getting weird. I don't know where that one's going. Next comment is from God. Says, you don't deserve it. Oh, but I worked really hard and I was trying to be supportive. People wanted me to diss Marquez and then I praised him and he wanted to collaborate on that. I thought that was well earned. I'm excited for it. I hope you guys like the collaboration video. Sorry, God. Didn't mean to disappoint you. Alexander Goodwin says, the food channel is gonna be good. Wonder if the collab with Jamie Oliver will work. Definitely. The food channel is still definitely happening. That's sarcasm. Sometimes you have to specify that on the internet. Some people can't pick up on it. Naranja says, believe the title should say Apple is better than other phone manufacturers. Because it's the other phone manufacturers who take the stock Android experience out and replace it with bloatware and make it look so complicated. That's not true. The creators of Android allow it to be used and altered by all of those different developers, so you can't say that because Android is available to third parties, that is why it sucks. Because if Android was not available to third parties, it would not be the Android we know today. And I don't want to try to make the argument that the Google Pixel software experience is equivalent to that of iOS. It's still not. Even if it's stock Android and it's clean, it's not the same thing at all. iOS is part of a greater ecosystem. It works so well with the AirPods, the Apple Watch, the iPad, the MacBook. Pixel is good on its own, and that's about it. Plus, headphones aren't included. Christian Guzman says, I love his free spirit. I do have a free spirit, but that replaces the fact that I don't have a soul, you know, because ginger. Najib says, MKBHD doesn't care about what you do. Probably doesn't, but he cares enough to appear on this channel, which I really appreciate, and I'm excited to see. Jonathan Blade 1 says, this is a solid rant, but you are infomercialing, that's an interesting verb, the back fingerprint sensor. It's not that hard to use, and it is the absolute silliest hardware critique that I could imagine. Familiar doesn't equal correct. The observation about a top-located 3.5mm jack is spot on though, and is something that I've never considered. That's a big complaint I kept running into with the Pixel, and I don't understand why no one else sees this. Fingerprint reader at the top, which means that when it's in your pocket, it's upside down. That way, when you reach into your pocket, your finger rests on the fingerprint reader as you're picking it up, so by the time you're holding it to you, the screen is on, the phone is unlocked. But the headphone jack is on the top, which means that the headphones are pointed downward when it's in your pocket. It's a design conflict of interest. I don't think it makes sense. First of all, it shouldn't have a headphone jack at all, but if you are gonna have one, have it at the bottom, especially if you're having a fingerprint reader on the top third back. Apple Sheep says, why the secret name Project Evergreen? So for those who don't know, Project Evergreen has been announced. It's a music channel. Tailosive now has a music channel similar to Trap Nation, where we ask artists permission to share their work and promote it, so that every single day we have a new cool song for you guys to listen to, and hopefully shed some publicity on the artist of that song. And the reason we called it Evergreen was the idea that the green channel, which is the music channel with the green tea, that can never die because music is a part of all of us. So green is always here to stay. Evergreen, there you go. But it's cool to finally have a top secret project be revealed, and I hope you guys enjoy that new channel. Caleb says, I honestly just want my comment to be read on Refried Friday. Too bad! It's not gonna happen. Wait, okay. Dang it. Kildemras says jump cut king. I think there's some other people out there who use more jump cuts. I have seen YouTube channels that use just as much as me or more. It's not good, but I think this is the fastest way to talk to you guys because I understand your time is valuable. That's why I try to get my words out of my mouth as fast as possible. You have to really pay attention to these videos to get every bit of detail out of them. Matt Stevens says, too bad they are not shipping them. It's been a disaster. I just charged them back on my credit card for not shipping over a week after charging me and refusing to answer my emails or return my phone calls. That's kind of the sad thing about startup phones releases is they've never really done a rollout before, so there's a lot they're unsure of. They're unsure of demand. And I still think the Essential phone looks really cool, but sadly, it's going through a bit of a bumpy release right now, which I really hope they can patch all of that because it still looks like a great phone. But yeah, between the phishing emails that all of the Essential phone users are getting and them delaying shipments and stuff like that, it's not looking good. It's very sad. Beetle Bob says 6P breaks in people's pockets. Pixel is a lot more resistant. No idea what you're talking about because I used the Nexus 6P and that was a solid smartphone, way better than the Google Pixel. It had a good use of space, and that's why you saw a lot of YouTubers, like for instance PewDiePie. YouTube gave him a Google Pixel. He used it in a few videos, and maybe I'm the only one who noticed this, but after YouTube started demonetizing his stuff, he switched back to the Nexus 6P, and he was using that in his more recent videos because that is the superior phone. The king of YouTube admits it. Mnyahim says, stop making all this great content. I've wasted 2 days on catching up on all of your videos. I think this was meant for another channel because you won't find that here. If you want to find some crappy content, you should subscribe to Tailosive Gaming because we only do live streams there. There's like barely anything edited. So enjoy that channel. Tailosive Tech, with the power given to me by the Council of Sheep, I hereby declare you the God of Apple Sheep to rule in all kingdoms across the land. It's getting powerful. I'm getting powerful. I can feel this. But no, that's not a thing. But thank you. I appreciate it. Leandra says, it's been a day since he's released a video. I hope he's okay. Oh no. I have now convinced my audience that if I don't upload a video in a single day, even if it's a live stream, that doesn't count. It has to be an edited video that I might not be okay because you're so used to daily uploads. You guys might get greedy if I stop doing that, huh? Is it gonna be a big problem if I stop doing daily uploads? Because that may happen in the future. There's not a lot of YouTube channels that do stuff daily. It's not about just finding the time too, it's finding stuff to talk about, which is very difficult, but I do my best. Anyway, moving on. Before I watch this video, I can answer. They're vertical because portraits are taken in portrait mode. Do I win? Yes, Rezo E, you win. Your joke about portrait shots being the reason for a vertical dual camera setup makes complete logical sense, and it's a great pun. So proud of you, man. I've shedded my bad humor across all of you. Thank you. Caleb Swang says, okay, way to make it a bit weird towards the end. Yeah, that whole Elton John bit I did with the Beats X versus AirPods video, that was definitely a risk. While editing it, I was like, I'm not sure if people are going to like this, but if my subscriber count drops significantly, then I'll probably take down the video. But for the most part, a lot of people thought it was really funny, but that's why I also included the title card at the end that says, hey, if you guys unsubscribe, totally get it. That moment was cringeworthy, but I kind of like watching cringeworthy stuff. So those are the comments for today, but before I go, I have a couple of announcements. I am not here right now. I am out of town, and I'll be out of town from Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If things go according to plan, I'll be back on Monday, but of course, there's no promises. I'm working on a top secret project, Project Newport, which I've talked about on all the other channels, and it's a very exciting thing. I think you guys will be extremely thrilled when you find out what it is. And not to worry, I'm making videos in advance so that while I'm gone, you're still going to be getting those daily videos. So don't worry, I'm not dead, but if there's big things coming out, keep in mind these next few videos could be outdated because I scheduled them in advance. They're already made right now. So if there's big news that comes out, like perhaps over the weekend, Apple will announce the keynote, there's probably not going to be a video about that because remember, out of town for the next 3 days, including right now. As you're watching this, I'm not here. And the other announcement is the winner of the Patreon giveaway. For those who don't know, anyone who donates anything at all on Patreon is eligible for a giveaway. Is Will Bryan, who has been a long-time Patreon donor. I've contacted him and I'm going to be giving him a lot of my leftover accessories that fit his tech well, so waiting to see what kind of tech he has, and I'll be really excited to do another giveaway at the end of next month, which at the end of next month, I could potentially have the iPhone edition. That's crazy to think about. We're that close, you guys, but no, I won't be doing a giveaway of one, sadly. I can't afford that, but I promise I'll give away some cool stuff, some cool swag, and to be eligible, you only have to be donating like $1 a month. It's nothing to you, but everything to me, because every little dollar counts. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait to see you back on Monday, hopefully. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.